What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up. What's happening, y'all?
Going, baby.
And welcome to the show that never sleeps. We cooking. This NFL season, we are cooking.
Facts. Oh, man.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-hosts, Kyle and Smitty. Say what's up, gang.
What's happening?
What it is.
Hey, another week down.
I ain't gonna rub it in today. I ain't gonna just call him out. You know what I mean? I guess since we were backstage and I seen evidence of something different, I'll just move on. But
hey, listen, some of us, a third of us, have to eat some crow this week. But before we get into all the pleasantries, drop a like, subscribe to both of our channels, hit the bell so you don't miss a video. Day One podcast, over 500 subs and over 1 million lifetime views, so appreciate the love and support. Keep it going. It's only the start for us.
Yep.
We're not stopping.
No, we're going to 1,000 and 2 million. That's the goal.
Yeah. 500 and a mil.
Yeah.
1,000 and 2 mil.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, get them numbers up so we can start doing some fun stuff like making merch, Day One merch.
Yeah,
offering some exclusive content, membership style stuff. So keep tapping in, but we appreciate the support. Let's talk about this past week, some of the games that transpired. There's some storylines about certain teams and certain players that definitely want to touch on. And then obviously we'll look to week 3. So let's get into it.
Hey, man. What's going on with your birds?
Man. Well, we'll start off with the good, I'd say. We beat the will again out of the Chiefs. like I don't want to say the Chiefs are cooked, but we live in their head rent free. And the funniest thing was that mic'd up with Chris Jones just crashing out on the sideline, and then late in the game to Jalen, he was sitting on the sideline crying. They keep running the same play 7 freaking times. Yeah, well, learn how to stop it, pal. And then the exchange at the end of the game where Chris Jones said, "You didn't even have 100 yards," and Jalen said, "Yeah, well, we won the fucking game. Chill out with that shit." Absolutely legendary comeback by Jalen. And you don't really see that. He was he was mic'd up and he was pretty animated throughout the game. And I'm glad we found a way to win. And now we're 2-0. But listen, there's a lot of issues with this team offensively. It just looks lethargic. And I'm torn because there's been a lot of discourse going around Eagles Twitter about, is the sky falling? Are we done? Are we overreacting? I'm torn because it is September. It's week 2. And, we usually peak, in the winter, December, January. We saw it last year.
Yep.
I think we literally peaked late. The NFC Championship game is when we peaked. Which great time to peak, but it took us all year to play our best ball. So it's only week 2 and there's a lot of season left. But on the flip side, where I'm like, I just can't ignore what my eyes are seeing, is just the lethargic, dull, predictable play calling by Kevin Patullo and his lack of adjustments. it's literally what we saw in 2023.
Yep.
We just didn't have the defense to, bail us out. It was more the offense bailing us out, and then once it got stale, the whole thing fell apart. So if you want to say, hey, well, we have an elite defense, so maybe it won't be so bad, I get it. But, it's ridiculous. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, the lack of numbers. Jalen Hurts, the lack of pat. They're using him as a meme. He just won Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
He's a meme because Kevin Patullo can't figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'd like to say that it can change and that it probably will. But I've seen this movie before where we promote within one of Nick or Jalen's buddies.
Mhm.
They just do nothing. They just suck. They can't do their job. Some people are just not cut out to be play callers.
Right.
Kevin Patullo could be a schematic genius. If he can't call the plays at the right times, then why hire him to do that in the first place?
Right.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there is definitely a certain skill level that comes with play calling. You can design plays all you want. You can, craft ways to get guys open, but it's timing. It's a timing thing.
I mean, my biggest issue with Kevin Patullo, is he's taking away our best asset of what we do best, and it's the deep ball. Like, I haven't seen it much this year, and the two times I have really seen it, it's been kind of like a last hope type effort. And I really believe like that's what's frustrating me the most. Like, I understand you want to be a running team. I understand you want to do all the fancy stuff underneath, but that's not what Jalen Hurts strives at as at best. When you're OC, you're supposed to develop and you're supposed to conform to what the quarterback does best, and you're supposed to put him in the best situation to win. And this is like the poorest I've seen my offense. Like, I know people want to compare him to Brian Johnson or whatever, but Brian Johnson was at least putting the ball at the field. His issue was trying to go at the field too much, and Kevin Patullo trying to do the opposite. When you really just got to find a median, man. You got to find a in between of, yes, you want to check it down, but you also, when you see, the boxes getting a little loaded, they starting to cheat for the underneath, you want to put it up top. And he has no flow to his game, really.
Yeah, he has.
And
There's
my offensive
absolutely
line
none.
ain't helping too much either. So sure.
Yeah, I mean, the offensive line hasn't played great, and I like they'll play better. They'll get their act together. I don't have any question about that. But it is that flow. Like, there's just no flow whatsoever when you're watching the games and the plays.
Yep.
And it's just frustrating because, like, yeah, you can be run first team, which is really kind of how we're predicated with the offensive line and Saquon. But, like, they cheat a little bit. Play action, none of that. Nothing over the middle. I just want to see something. Like, we know the standard that this team can play at, and it just feels like with Kevin Patullo, he's just underachieving.
It felt like A.J. Brown ran the same route.
He did. He ran a
all
slant
5
like
of his
10
games.
times.
Yeah, the same route. Like,
Chiquita, what's up?
now maybe you run the same route to then break the opposite way and catch the corner off guard, but there was none of that. There was no creative play calling. It was just, we're gonna slant down your throat. We're gonna slant down your throat, and that's what we're gonna do. 5 catches for 27 yards for AJ.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of them almost got picked.
Listen,
The
he
one
has no
crazy
deep ball with
one-handed.
AJ, and that's almost baffling that you can't produce deep plays with AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
He's
AJ
probably
is not
the easiest
necessarily
person to create for.
Yeah, he's not the receiver that's gonna like do the most damage in open space off of a slant or a screen or anything like that. He's not the type of receiver. He's a physical guy, big body, down the
But
field.
that's not
He
his
can.
every down thing. That's not his
Right.
every down thing.
He does, but that's not like
right.
If you ask AJ, hey, what route you want to run, he'd probably be a post or a 9.
Deep ball, deep ball, like
Yeah, he want to go up and get it. He want to go up and play bully ball.
Yeah, physical receiver.
Yeah. we gotta figure out something in with the pass game. I think if I had to put blame, and I get it, some people saying that it's on Jalen. I'd say 80-20 KP Jalen, because he's had this before where there's a window where he can probably get the ball out and he just doesn't, and he holds on to it, and I get that, but like at the same time, as a play caller, you got to put your quarterback in positions where it's just easy, like second nature.
Right.
We saw it last year with Kellen Moore. I understand, and this is a really cheap narrative about, oh, well, we didn't put up points, in the first quarter for like the first 2.5 months of the season. Yeah, well, Kellen Moore had a plan, and you saw it. He had the flow with the running game, setting up the pass. There's none of that. Absolutely none of that. And it's just shades of Brian Johnson, like Smitty said, to the opposite.
It's opposite though.
Not
Yeah,
pushing the
it's
ball down the
opposite.
field.
Though.
But it's just, even Tom Brady said it. Our play sheet is like a Denny's menu. When Tom Brady says it and he's like, not open, not open, not open, not open, that's when you know it's bad. When Tom Brady is saying it live on the broadcast. So I'm not saying the sky's falling, because it's only week 2, but we can't just put our head in the sand and be like, yeah, they'll figure it out. Like I've seen this before with Brian Johnson. We're like, yeah, well, he'll figure it out. He never figured it out, and we fell apart. So we're trying to repeat. I'm not trying to wait and see if this is going to fix itself. We got to get our shit together, and this is a big week to get our shit together against the Rams.
Yeah, I agree. This is a very big game. Is it at home? Is it on the road? Where is it?
At home.
At home. Okay, so
you
have that working for you. The Rams are playing good ball, and they're figuring out how to play with both Puka and Devontae. They're playing well. And Kyron Williams hasn't been running the ball that well this season, but I think he'll get a little bit better as the year goes on, and that could mean this Sunday. Matt Stafford's going to pick that secondary apart, so your offense is going to have to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I think the defense will help, because defense has been great the first 2 weeks. After the crazy first game with Dallas, I feel like they played much better.
Let's not get too high, though. Let's not get too high. Dory didn't have to play anybody last week.
Yeah. No, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying as a unit, they played a lot better this week as a collective. You saw
we should be able to get off on them, though.
Yeah.
I think we should have a few sacks. I think they running game, obviously, which is already struggling, should continue to struggle. Yeah. I'm just worried about one of those guys doing a CD Lamb and getting off like CD did.
Devontae Adams is the one.
Yeah,
probably gonna be Puka though. It's probably gonna be Puka.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. He'll probably move him around, but I mean, whoever's lined up on a Dory Jackson. I mean, we saw it. Pat Mahomes overthrew the crap out of Tyquan Thornton. Bro literally ran to Reed Blankenship and fell over on his own. Yeah, he didn't cost us the game, but he still is just making plays where you're just scratching your head.
Right.
So until he actually cost us the game, I think, it's like, well, he hasn't cost us a game, but we'll see. This is definitely.
No, I think it's all just learning, man. They're giving him an opportunity, see if he can prevail, and then if it don't work out, you know what I mean. They got somebody in the weights.
Yeah,
but it's something they see in the door they like. You know what I mean. I don't see it, but they see it.
Yeah, I mean, Vic's earned the benefit of the doubt if he likes a guy. Not that he likes a Dory Jackson, but he still has him in starting CB2.
I hear a lot of Eagle fans say that too. Like Vic Fangio earned the right. I mean, he obviously changed out last year, so I mean, he'll do the right thing eventually, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought Zach Bond last year would have turned from a special teamer to top 2 lineman?
Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
I mean, Howie. Vic even admitted that he didn't think was a stand-up linebacker. He said Howie told him to put him out there and see what he could do.
Yeah,
Howie the genius, man.
I don't know if that's entirely true, because I saw a video where Vic was talking about it, and he was like, the little bit of film that I saw from Zach, I was like, I think I saw that he could do it.
Yeah, but I mean, but when you
Might be a combination
like,
of the two.
it's like, oh, I watched the
Regardless, it worked
film,
out.
but Howie told me, man, we might well throw him out there. So shit, after looking at the film and the value, I think he could do it. I think he could do it.
Yeah. I mean, they do say
Works for me.
rising tide raises all ships.
Glad it worked out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'm not saying that Adoree Jackson's going to have a freaking Zach Bond redemption arc, but
Nah, no, I don't believe that at all. I don't think it'll be close. I think Adoree Jackson will be benched after week 3.
I wouldn't be
I
shocked.
didn't change my stance. You know, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He'll be benched soon, very soon.
yeah. As soon as he loses us a game, he's going to be benched. And
He don't even got to lose us
could be
again.
this-
He just got to get cooked again, like he did against Dallas.
yeah. Yeah, that was bad.
Mhm.
But hey, he held up. We'll give him that. He had an okay game against
He
Juju
didn't.
Smith-Schuster.
He didn't. That was cap. He got burnt multiple times. Your boy just couldn't get it there in time.
Yeah.
Or he did some goofy stuff like Mahomes stuff and completely
Yeah.
missed.
Well, I mean, the one he literally, like I said, he literally ran right into Reed Blankenship and fell over. Mahomes
That
just
wasn't even the only one, bro. That one on the sideline where he threw it like short and gave Adoree a chance to fight through the ball. That should have been another big play.
Yeah.
Mahomes just threw it like a lollipop.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on over there, but he got to get it together, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like we have these things, and you know, I love our Eagles fans, but you know, we're just like, oh well, we'll wait and see. They'll figure it out, guys. We don't have time to wait and see. We're trying to repeat.
Repeat
we know
what?
the standard.
What are we repeating?
Will we
Second-
repeat?
Oh yeah, I'm bought in. I'm Jalen Hurts bought in. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, I think we have a great chance to repeat. I just, you know, we have to iron out these issues, and you know, like I said, we typically peak, you know, later in the season, like November, December, January. So, you know, if we get our stuff together and we start playing good ball as the year goes on, I'll be happy with that. You know, I just want to see that natural progression. I'm not saying that, you know, we need to look like the Packers, you know, week 1, but like, you know, we showed some flashes last year, week 1, that, you know,
Yeah.
it could be like a potent offensive
Yeah.
attack. I just, you know, not that we don't have the talent, because we do. It's just like Kevin Patullo. I didn't see it.
Oh.
But Smitty said
gonna
something
get it
interesting
together, man.
backstage. He said, like, Jalen's, you know, he's so locked in that, you know, if Kevin Patullo is gonna play around like this, they're just gonna take matters into their own hands and make shit happen. We'll see what happens. I mean,
What do you guys think is going to happen with the brotherly shove? What do you think's been fair criticism? What do you think's like just been wrong? Like, where do you guys stand with it? Because I got news for you. We're talking about the offense, and how inept it's been and how stock it's been. If they start looking at that play and calling the offsides and it's not run clean, this offense becomes a hell of a lot worse. Because not that your offense is bad without it, but that play saves you a lot. It does. You know,
Does it really?
Third and one.
Does it really though?
Well, yeah.
Does it save us, or do you not see us run anything else so people believe that it saves us?
Well, I'm saying 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, it extends drives.
Okay, so okay. Before the tush push, what was our efficiency rate in 3rd and 1 situations?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
We're about 89%. We've only gained about 6% because of the tush push.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were pretty efficient before we started tush pushing.
Right. I ain't saying you're going to fall apart. I'm just saying, like, the way the offense is being run combined with them looking at that. Because keep in mind, it's not so much that you're not going to convert. It's that you're going to lose 5 yards if you're not doing what you're doing. Then you're looking at 3rd and 6. That's my thing. Is if your offense isn't performing the way you expect it to and not creating something out of nothing here and there, and it's been very stock. An AJ Brown slant, it's not going to save you every 3rd and 6. That's what I'm trying to get at, is if they start calling these offsides and things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, like, it kind of goes both ways, because there was a play where, I don't know if it was Chris Jones, one of the interior linemen literally punched the ball out as we were about to snap it.
Mm-hmm.
What, where's the reprimand for that? It goes to, and this is really why, like it is probably going to get banned.
Yeah.
It's going to be the excuse of, oh, well, the officials can officiate it. Two things. One, it was never an issue for the last 3 years that officiate, really 4 years, because we really started doing it in 2021. It wasn't an issue then doing it. So why are they having such an issue all of a sudden officiating this play? And then two, like, I don't know, like saying that our success is just predicated based off that play is just a cheap narrative. Like, I get the short yardage situation, fine. Like, yeah, we eat in 3rd and 1, but we could run any kind of run play on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley's picking up 95% of those 3rd and 1s you're getting with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So it like, I don't know. I just think it's kind of like a just low-hanging fruit that everybody's just kind of mad. Like, oh, well, the Eagles keep winning because they run this play that's cheating.
Yeah,
it's not cheating. Nobody can stop it, and everybody's mad about it.
Yep. Yeah, I completely disagree with it being cheating. I don't think it's cheating, and I also don't think it should get banned. I just think because like, my thing is, there's probably been a lot of times where you're lined up over the ball, or it's like a false start or an encroachment or whatever it is, both sides, no matter what. I think they just haven't been calling it, but now that there's been such a focus, like the broadcast has looked at it, which has made it a bigger, like, the problem.
And then Adam Schefter said, hold on, I don't mean to cut you off, but Adam Schefter went on live television that Monday and said, oh, well, the reason why the Chiefs lost was because back in March they didn't ban the brotherly shove. What kind of logic is that?
That's
bro?
a bit much. That's a bit much. But my thought is
pure hate speech on national television.
My thing is, I feel like the general conversation has always been the play's ugly, it's too easy. Now it's becoming, okay, they're cheating because they're lined up offsides, or there's false starts or stuff like that. That's why I think the conversation is going to shift and it gets officiated harder, is because that's the conversation now. Before it was just, well, they're getting it every single time. How is this fair? Which it's fair because
listen, if they're gonna do that, fine.
Yeah,
call it both ways, because
and they should, and they probably will.
Neutral zone. Chiquita said the other teams are saying our cadence, which you cannot do.
Yep.
If you're gonna call it hard on us for being lined up offsides, call it the other way, because numerous times we've seen the big paws of the D lineman or the crown of the helmet goes over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Call it both ways. That's fine. Just don't single us out, because, we need Roger Goodell in the NFL office to help teams stop it.
Right. Like, and my thought process is, if Mahomes is allowed to throw the ball without looking, and he's allowed to toss it with his left hand, and he's allowed to dance around like a lunatic, that's playing to his strength. Playing to Jalen Hurts' strength is that play. The bottom strength, the leg strength, like pound for pound strength, he's one of the strongest quarterbacks, period. Like, that is playing to his strength. So of course other people aren't going to be as good at it. He's built like a running back, and he can do it. So I don't think it should get banned for that reason. Looking at it closely for officiating, both sides, sure. Because then it's like, well, if they get it 90% of the time, they're better than everybody at it. It is what it is.
And everybody has a chance to run it, and they can't do it like we do.
Right, because they don't have Jalen Hurts.
Everybody could do it. Everybody would do it.
Right, and they don't have Jalen Hurts. Just like every team doesn't have Patrick Mahomes and can't extend plays for 8 to 10 seconds. Not every quarterback can do that. Jared Goff can't do that. So they're not going to take that away from Mahomes just because Jared Goff can't get outside the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I 100% agree. I used to not like it because I was like, this is fucking stupid. But now the conversation is just it's inept, is what it is. Like, people just don't.
It's just a cheap cop out Like,
Right.
we can't stop the play. We're just going to make 18 million excuses why it shouldn't be run.
Yeah.
I don't want it banned, but they're going to ban it. They've already laid the groundwork for the narrative. You had literally Adam Schefter, like I said, literally spewing hate speech.
Right.
But Eagles fans, wear this as a badge of honor, especially if we go back to back. We go back to back. They ban our play because we're too good at it.
Mm-hmm. I will say, one of the other conversations that I've been seeing is like, there is something to be said about doing something too much. And a lot of people were describing it like Hack-a-Shack. They banned Hack-a-Shack not because it's actually a brilliant play to do the Hack-a-Shack. But on television, watching Shaq clank 20 free throws a game isn't good television. You know what I mean? So maybe that's part of the argument too. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Again, that's another part of that like cop out mindset.
Sure.
Like,
sure.
Yeah, it doesn't look pretty. Well, then stop it so we can just stop spamming the play. What else do you want me to tell you?
Now with all this focus on the play and like looking at it the rest of the year, and if like there's still all these false starts, offsides, leaning over the ball, if that stuff keeps happening, it's fair to ban it because like it's kind of like the warning shots are going to be out there these next couple of weeks. So if it's not kind of toned back to the point where it's not that it's been illegal, but you know if both sides are playing the play right, then there should be no reason to ban it. That's how I look at it. But it will be reasonable if Cam Jurgens is still over the ball.
They're going to get what they want because they tried to play it's not a safe play last year. That was the whole thing. Well, it's not a safe play. Well, there was no freaking injury data saying that it wasn't a safe play.
That was always bullshit. I do think you could get Jalen could get folded up in that play, but the people saying like, oh my God, it's dangerous. It's not. You can get folded up on any play. Any QB sneak, you can get folded up.
It sucks for the offensive lineman, sure, but
because
it's a quarterback sneak. We're just at it's not like a kickoff where we're running 100 miles an hour at each other. We're like already right here. We're just scrumming.
Did you see the report that just came out?
No.
Did you see the report that just came out?
What report?
It said the NFL and its weekly officials training tape to all 32 teams said the Eagles should have been called for false start on their tush push versus the Chiefs with the 5:29 left in the fourth quarter. Officials were instructed to call these plays tight moving forward.
Which I think is fair. That's fine, fair.
But it's call both ways, like I said.
Right. Yeah.
Because, sure, there was a couple where, we lined up over the ball.
Right.
But Kansas City did the same thing. So,
right.
You got to call it both ways. If you're going to call it hard, call it both ways. It's the only fair thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't understand how it's such an issue now. We've been doing this for 4 years, and now it's an issue.
Yeah, it could just be one of those things where you notice it. I mean, this isn't a good comparison, but Hitler was walking around for 10 years saying what he wanted to do, and no one cared until 1939. Just saying, eventually stuff gets eyeballs on it, and that's kind of just what you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Well,
we are not to that, bro.
Yeah, it's not comparable. Thought that came to mind, but I don't see the point. I don't see a point for them banning it. I don't think it makes any sense.
Yeah,
we're gonna ban the kickoff return for Cordero Patterson if that's what you want to do.
We'll just ban the kickoff entirely if it's such a dangerous play because we're running 100 miles an hour at each other and banging heads.
Yeah,
we'll see. I mean, like I said, I think they'll get what they want at the end of the day.
Probably.
And, we got to wear that as a badge of honor to say, the NFL thinks we're too good at something and they needed to stop it. It's like the Kareem skyhook.
Yeah.
You know what will really make, Kyle upset tonight is if the Dolphins finally wake up and get their head out their ass and they beat the Bills.
Why would that upset me?
Because you like Josh Allen, man. You're a Josh Allen truther.
That's far from the truth. You have not been watching the pod over the last 3 years.
Well,
No
hey,
one's been a
last
bigger.
year, Kyle was like, all right, Josh Allen's cool. But the
He's
year
good.
before that, it
No,
was
the year before that he was trashing him. Now he's like, well,
Yeah.
Josh Allen he has to get some type of he's a little different. He's progressed as a hater over the years.
Of
He is now
course.
an apologist.
You know, I hate the people that don't think opinions can change. That's the sad part. Opinions can change, okay? Prove it to me. I thought Jalen Hurts was ass until 2 years ago, okay?
Yeah, you're welcome, bro. Tried to tell you. Tried to tell you last week.
Just because I'm late don't mean I didn't make it to the party.
We snatched the chain and the aura off the Kansas City Chiefs, and they were pissed about it.
I'm proud of you.
Hey, you're welcome, bro. Glad to do your dirty work.
All right. Another game I kind of want to talk about. The game that happened.
Put these games up on the screen.
Huh?
Want to put these games up on the screen, or are we?
If I can, let me see.
We could touch on a couple of the other games from this past week.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about Washington and Green Bay. That's not the one that I really want to talk about, but we can.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think of Washington? I thought they played okay. Again, my question is Washington, have they taken a huge step back, or has Green Bay taken a huge step forward? What's the difference? Because I think Green Bay is great. Like, are they a threat to you guys, you think, in the NFC? Where do you stand with that game? Because I thought that was very telling for what the NFC could turn out to be this year. Green Bay is going to make a push at the 1 seed, I think, and Washington probably will look for a wild card because I thought they played okay. They can't run the ball for shit. Their defenses, man.
I think the Commanders got exposed for what they should have been last year, to be honest.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree
we all had expectations for them last year, and they exceeded those, right?
Right.
And then they come into this year, and everybody's like, "Oh, they went to the NFC Championship game." Yeah, but their aim last year was like 7 games. So, like, I'm looking at a team that probably over exceeded expectations, and now the expectations are a little higher. And then when you see them against a team that kind of exposed their weakness, it's like, oh, okay, that's what they're supposed to do, or I understand. And it's like, I get it, you know what I mean? But to me, I think they're going about things a little bit wrong. With the way they setting things up, I think it's just a little bit off. You go sign more old people to a team that's considered to be rebuilding. So I just don't see it the way people see it. But I think when you look at that game, you just see a team with with some weak spots like the Commanders do have in the offensive line, in the secondary, get exposed for that. With a lot of miscommunication on the back end, they weren't able to get a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? And they gave a team like the Packers who can run the ball well, and you know what I mean, when you play a lot of zone, they can execute well. You look at it like that, and you just get an opportunity to be like, all right, well, I understand that the Commanders are probably the Commanders that they should be this year, but the expectations people have set just a little bit higher than they should be. That's why I got them as 9-10 win team.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with that. They struggled in the past game, and the Commanders want to say, oh, it was a little closer than it looked, but Jaden Daniels strikes again in garbage time. That's just a window dressing.
Garbage time merchant.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they obviously have weaknesses. And I think Green Bay really did expose them, especially in the secondary. That was the one thing, like, throughout the offseason, we were looking at what they did, and I was just like, I just don't think they did enough. Like, everybody's talking about them as like a potential Super Bowl contender, and it's like, well, they didn't really do. Like, they'd lost some guys in the secondary. They didn't do enough to
touchdown Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't supplement that enough. The run defense, I didn't think they supplemented well for losing Jonathan Allen. And it showed. It showed. Jordan Love carved them up. And I do think, though, I think the Packers are playing their best ball, but I'll be curious to see whether or not they've peaked. I don't want to say that they've peaked. It's September. They are playing really good, but I do think like, can they play much better than they've been playing?
I think there are things that can be duplicated. Like I think their defense, the way it plays, I think could be consistent all year. Their offense is the interesting part because I saw
defense, but
I saw a stat earlier today. Jordan Love in his career. Let me actually just verify this. I need to verify how many games he's played.
It's not the Toyota-thon stat.
No. Let me see here. Sorry, 1 second.
You're good.
He's played. Come on. Okay, he's played over 40 games, okay? He's played over 40 games. 20 of them have been with 100 passer rating or higher. 23 of them have been with a passer rating of 75 or lower, and only 4 games have been in the middle. So he's very up and down. Yeah. And I'm interested to see if that continues this season. Maybe it'll start to level itself out a little bit. But he's definitely off to a hot start. I'm interested to see how he plays, maybe especially like from behind. Because everything's nice when you're winning games the way they are. Like they were up big in this game. I think it was like 27-10 at one point or 24-10 at one point.
Yeah, I mean it was complete belt.
Yeah, it was belt. I don't think they're getting enough out of receivers either. Like they're not getting a lot. Like Tucker Kraft had a big game at a tight end. But you're not going to expect a player like that to get 124 yards and a touchdown every week. Like
he's dealing with some sort of injury now. So
right, and they need to spread the wealth a little bit. Matthew Golden, 2 targets, no catches. Christian Watson's out.
Out.
Yeah, Jaden Reed's out. They have just Dobbs, Golden, and then Dontavion Wicks. That's who they have to work with right now. So, their offense will probably take a little bit of a step back. But I think their defense can hold strong most of the year. I mean, probably not peak like this, but
right.
To say that they can't be a top 5 unit. I mean,
Yeah, I think the floor for the Packers defense is higher than like its offense is.
I agree.
But that's really the question. Like, yeah, the offense has been humming. The defense, we'll see if that continues. Like, we like to think that the defense will continue to play, somewhat at that level.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that's really the question with the Packers is the offense, really. But we'll see. But definitely think, the Commanders definitely a little overvalued by some.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, pretty predictable. Like when we did our award predictions, like, fallback player of the year being Jaden Daniels, and we're already kind of seeing it.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think he's a good quarterback, but like Smitty said, the expectation for them was, 7 to 8 wins. They overachieved, made it to the NFC Championship game, and now they have that expectation, and they're just not living up to it.
It's easy to perform when nobody knows something about you.
Yeah. Yeah, but once the target's on your back and you're under the microscope, then that's when we see who you really are. And
I mean, we're seeing
the
unction. It with DJ Stroud.
The unction is going through it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Another game I want to touch on: Tampa Bay, Houston this past Monday. So I want to do a little bit of an exercise because I have a take. I'm going to name quarterbacks, and you tell me if Baker Mayfield's better than them or not.
Okay.
All right. So I'll start with some easy ones, and we'll work our way up to the tough ones.
Yeah.
So let's start with. Let's see. Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he's probably better than Kyler Murray.
Baker? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Geno Smith.
Yeah, Baker.
Trevor Lawrence.
Music to your ears as a Geno Smith hater.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Okay. CJ Stroud.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. IDK. That's a 50-50 one.
Okay. Tua.
It's just it's just like the situations like
Tua health is the issue, not his ability. I think ability wise, I'll take Tua over him, but health
I'd probably
wise,
take Baker.
Baker.
Okay.
I'd take Baker. My Tua takes, like, when healthy, like, it's been well documented how I feel about Tua, especially like in high pressure situations.
Yeah, I don't buy into Tua at all. If this game
He's
that's
talented.
happening, if this game that was happening tonight happened 2 months from now, the Bills would be favored by 4 or more points, like more.
Yeah. Like, he's talented, don't get me wrong, but it's just like,
right.
It's when he gets pressure and it's like late game scenarios, he's gonna make a bad throw. He's gonna throw a pick. Like, it's bound to happen. We've come to see that from him. So
right,
we've come to see Baker Mayfield have some pretty good playoff performances. So
right.
That's how I grade it.
Let's do some more here. Bo Nix.
I'd probably. That's an interesting
I'm going
one.
Baker.
I'd probably go Baker.
I'm taking
I'd probably go Baker.
Okay.
Bo in the Denver offense has kind of been underwhelming so far.
Week 1, it was bad. This past week, it wasn't bad. He had a bad pick off a tip. Jaden Daniels.
That's a good one.
It's a 1-year sample size though, so I'm taking Baker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably go Baker.
All right.
And it's tough because, like, in that sample size, he looked really good.
Right.
You see the potential with him, but, like, I don't know what it is about
how many
Jaden
weeks he
Daniels.
finna miss right now? How many weeks of his second year is he finna miss now? Because he not playing this week.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota started this week, possibly next week, possibly the week after. So I can't put a guy that's finna miss, you know what I mean, a quarter of the first half of his season over a guy that's had 2 amazing back-to-back years, and he had an amazing year with Cleveland. You know what I mean? I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Let's see. Let's move down here a little bit. Okay, mind you, this is like as today plus, like, you know, somewhat recent history. Matt Stafford.
I'm taking Matt.
I'm taking Stafford.
Okay. All right. Jared Goff.
Now that's a tough one. I would probably. I'd probably go Baker. Probably go Baker.
I might go Goff.
It's tough.
I don't know though. It's tough, bro. I'm gonna go Goff.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's been to the Super Bowl. He's had, like, deep playoff runs, but I don't know. I mean, we've seen him get exposed too.
Yeah.
So
put your bias aside, Dak.
I'm going
Baker. It's not bias. I'd go Baker.
I'm going Dak.
Jared Goff's done more than Dak, but I think Dak might have a little bit more talent and ability. Jordan Love.
Baker.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Jordan Love is a bit, like you said, he's hot, he's inconsistent.
Yep.
Baker's more of a consistent. Like, if you're starting a team today, like, you know what you're getting with Baker.
To me, this is the toughest one on the list, and then I'll give you my take. Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, projecting kind of how the Chargers are going to look this year, but if you would have asked me this last year, I would have said Baker 100%. I still probably will say Baker, but just because I need to see a little bit more from Herbert. But talent-wise, I probably would take Herbert over Baker. We just haven't seen it from Justin Herbert. This is the best year to see it from him, though. Like they've been balling out, and probably the favorite to win the AFC West, but I just got to see it. That's my thing. It's really tough, but my recency bias is going to go with Baker.
Talent's a big thing too. Justin Herbert's as talented as anybody.
I'm going Herbo.
Okay. Yeah. So we know what the pretty much certified top 5 quarterbacks in the league are, right? Lamar, Josh, Pat, Joe, Jalen. Right? Those are the guaranteed top 5. You really can't change that out. I think any given week, Baker Mayfield's better than either of those two, and I think permanently moving forward this year, he should be the number 6 best quarterback in football. I think he's better than I think he's
Kincaid.
better. Okay, Kincaid.
Yeah.
I think Baker Mayfield's better than CJ Stroud. I think he's better than Justin Herbert. I think he's better than Tua. I think he's better than Dak. I think he's better than Jordan Love, Matt Stafford. Name your guy. I think he's better than, except for those top 5. Honestly, any given week, I would take him over one of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's had a more consistent, like okay, like he's not as talented as like Justin Herbert is, but Baker has shown some winning ability. Like, not that he's made like a Super Bowl or made it to a championship game, but he's had a couple playoff runs.
Yeah,
But he's every year of his career. He's only had he only had one playoff win every year. He got 3 playoff wins, right? He had one against
Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 3.
He won a game in Cleveland. He beat us.
Yep. And he beat. Oh, and that's it. Maybe it's 3.
Is that it? Oh, well,
that's why I took Herbert. Like, he ain't did much more than Herbert, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. Now that you put it that way.
So I think Justin overall has a better arm.
I think Herbert's more talented.
I think legs. I think Baker's one of the best running quarterbacks in football. Not like down to down. He's not going to go for 100 any night, but kind of similar to like what Mahomes does. He's very opportune with how he runs the ball, and I'm not just saying that because of this past week escaping out of that 4-10, but that's a big part of it. That's a big portion of Baker's game. I don't think he gets a lot of credit for. He's accurate as hell. Remember when he was coming out of college? I try to take away a lot of the Browns stuff with Baker because it's the Browns. I think that has a lot to do with it. He went, like, I think back to that game he played with the Rams where he led that 92-yard comeback off of 2 days worth of studying. Ever since then, he's been a certified baller. He's been top 5 in passing yards each of the last 2 years. Passing touchdowns, he leads the NFL since he joined Tampa Bay. I think he's electric, man. I think, and also like Mike Evans is great. Chris Godwin when he plays is great. He's had solid tight ends, but he's had a lot of shuffling happen in that wide receiver room. It's not consistent because Godwin's hurt a lot. Mike Evans has a week off or 2. I think Baker's number 6 in the league. I really do. I don't know if that's a hot take or not at this point. But I think I've seen Baker be more consistent over multiple seasons now than other guys with a lot of turmoil. And he's got a defensive head coach too. Like, that's another part of it that I take into account a little bit. Like, it's not like he's got Sean McVay calling plays for him. He just lost his coordinator last year, and this year he's playing fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely been balling out. And it's definitely a conversation, like, he's definitely top 10.
Yeah.
That's just
for sure. Falls. I think his floor is 8. If you want to throw Herbo above him, if you want to mix around. 6,
Ceiling is 6.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is.
I don't know. Can't put
like I said, any given week, it depends on the situation. I might take him over Jalen. Depending on the situation, I might take him over Lamar. In my opinion, I'm not as high on Lamar as everyone else. I don't consider him to be top 3. I kind of look at Joe, Mahomes, Josh, a little bit of a fall off. Lamar and Jalen. Because Lamar loses big games when he's up.
Yeah, I mean, in the regular season, any given week.
I got Jalen over Joe.
I respect that.
Joe can't even stay on the field. Joe got to be. I got Joe at like 5.
Yeah.
He don't.
I try not to play the.
He finna miss another season.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is 3 seasons missed. Come on, bro. I can't keep putting you in the top 3 and you're not on the field. You've been in the league 6 years and you've missed 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They saying the man won't be back till December, bro.
Yep.
He's
That's
kind of
if you make, and that's
luck.
and you only coming back if your team is in playoff contention. If not, you're gonna miss
Right.
the whole season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's definitely not going to come back for shits and giggles.
Yeah, so I can't keep doing that. I can't. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I respect Joe Burrow game, but I can't keep putting him in the top 5, in the top 3, and he's not playing the games that the other guys are playing. Like,
Mhm.
you got to give me the same production and the same availability as the other 5.
Right. I don't think that's unreasonable. I think that's completely fair.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, talent wise, yeah, he probably is top 3, but again, he's missed 3 seasons now.
Yeah.
You can only live off of 2021 for so long.
Right.
Before it's like, all right, like because the NFL's a what have you done for me lately league. Like,
right.
We don't care what you did in 2021. It's 2025.
If you really listen, if you really think about it like this. He's only had technically 2 fully healthy seasons.
Yep.
And that was 21 and 22.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a shame because he's talented, but
for sure,
it's definitely something to keep in mind.
What do you guys think about Indianapolis? Do you think it's similar to 2024 Saints?
I think they're hot right now, but we got to see.
They scored 85 points in the first 2 weeks and then fell off. Yeah.
I don't know, because on one side of the token, like, yeah, they have started off hot, and they are kind of like trending like Saints last year,
right,
through 2 games, but Shane Steichen is not like a slouch play caller. We know that. And Daniel Jones, say what you want about him, I don't think he's like complete dog shit. Like, in the right situation, he can be competent, and I think we're seeing that.
Yeah.
So I just want to keep seeing it from the Colts.
Agreed.
So they're like I'm not jumping all the way in yet.
No.
Probably got like a toe in. Because we just want to see, like, as they go. Like, yeah, it's been 2 games. And we were, like, last year, we were calling the Saints a Super Bowl contender off of 2 games, and then look what happened. So it could very well be the same thing for the Colts. But, I don't know. Like,
do you think this could be, not that he'll become a top 10 quarterback, but do you think this could be similar to what happened with Baker? Like, find the right situation that accepts you in, gives you the keys. Like, he could very well earn a contract off of this year, even if he has a little bit of a fall from grace. I mean, he's not going to throw for 300 yards a game, and he's not going to do that. But I saw a little bit of this last game. I mean, it's not like he's thinking and diming and guys are taking it 40 yards. Like, he's throwing the ball down the field accurately. And the best quarterback's number 1 best friend is a great running game, and Jonathan Taylor's fantastic. I think there's no way in hell that I think this team could win 9 games before these first 2 weeks. But that's kind of where they could end up, 8-9 wins. At this point, they're not going to be they're not going to make the playoffs, I don't think, because there will be a fall off. But
8-9 wins, and I said that when we did our schedule predictions.
They have talent.
You gave me like, oh, you gave the Colts a little too much love. Well, they are one of those teams where they get a quarterback in the right situation, they could win 9-10 games.
They have a fun roster, man. Like, they have a nice, hungry defense. Their D line's nice. I like their receiver and tight end room. Like, Tyler Warren's been awesome.
But like I said, I'm not gonna jump off the edge yet. I'm not gonna dive in, because we saw it last year with the Saints. And I don't think they are roster wise like the Saints were. But we gotta wait and see.
No,
we gotta wait and see. No. That's an interesting comment from
this is a good one.
You think Wentz has a chance to rail off a few wins in the same vein?
Absolutely. With that head coach and that offensive weaponry, absolutely.
Yeah. I think it's just ironic and poetic
Right.
Fuck
that
no.
we
No,
wanted
I don't.
to draft
No,
Justin
no,
Jefferson.
I don't agree. I do not agree that Carson Wentz will rail off anything. I believe if anything, he'll take the train off the rails. He will
If
not be railing off anything. He's
Smitty,
gonna
if
mess up
this
everything they got going.
Talk about it. Let me run to the bathroom. Talk about
Smitty,
it.
if you noticed, I didn't take a side.
No,
I didn't say one way or the other. I was just gonna say,
Carson Wentz is gonna crash out, and he's gonna make Justin Jefferson realize what it's like to have any type of competency with JJ McCarthy.
yeah. I I I
Because
was
the
gonna
bad thing
say,
about Carson is he loves tight ends. So yes,
yeah,
I can see Hendrickson having a really good game and Justin Jefferson being really frustrated.
yeah. Hawkinson's definitely going to benefit the most from Carson Wentz. But I was gonna say, like, back in 2020, and me included, we all were clamoring for Justin Jefferson to pair him with Carson Wentz, and it didn't happen. The football god said, "Well, we're gonna make that happen, just not in Philly." So I just think it's funny that we get to see like what that looks like, because I know that was like the biggest what if over the last 5 years for us as Eagles fans. Um, but
And I think half the Eagle fan base wanted to look horrible and the other half want to be like, I told you so.
yeah, I I will say, like, he played so poorly with the Chiefs last year in that like finale game.
Did they have their starters though?
I, the Chiefs, I don't remember if they did have.
Let me go.
I mean,
look.
they really didn't have any starters to begin with, so
Yeah, let me go look at who he was throwing to. Let me go see who his
Yeah.
leading receiver was. The reason why I think he could, let's hear me out. The play calling is elite. He's going to give Carson Wentz at least opportunities. And this might be the best situation he's been in, like in terms of starting a game for a team that he's been in since Philly.
what about the
That's-
coach?
Indy.
What about the coach?
Yeah, sure, but I mean, they didn't have a Justin Jefferson. They didn't have a.
Now, they had a slew of receivers though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think
well,
it's
I
better
would
than the
say this is
Commanders.
probably his best situation since Indianapolis,
Right.
because he's
And
got
he was
weapons.
fine with Indy. He was fine.
Yeah, no, he was fine. It was
Right.
it was shocking that they actually let him go, because like as a collective for the year, he wasn't bad. It was just the last
I
two
forgot
games
how
where he
bad
just
the
fell
Dolphins
apart.
stink.
Yeah, they're bad.
I smell that. I smell that mahi from over here. Golly, they stink. This might be a 50-7 type game. Jesus Christ.
I'm not even watching. I figured that's how it was going to be.
Was that week 18 is when he played?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was against the
boys.
Broncos.
Boys, 38-0. His leading receiver was Nico Remigio. Peyton
Oh,
Hendershot.
that's the kick returner.
Yeah, Peyton Hendershot and Justin Watson were his receivers. Against a full starting Bo Nix-led Denver Broncos. Bo Nix, 26 of 29, 321 yards, 4 touchdowns. Yeah. Carson Steele was their leading running back, 8 carries for 25 yards. I don't blame Carson Wentz for how he played in that game.
I do. Because
He
guess
did
what?
play better.
Guess what? It didn't look like any chemistry, and those are the guys you practice with every day.
That's fair.
Back
That's
Smitty to side with Smitty. Carson Wentz did look lethargic in that game. He looked terrible.
Sure. I'm just saying, with the starters, with a weapon like Justin Jefferson,
Yeah.
plus he likes the tight end and TJ Hawkinson. I think
You can
reeling
stop
off.
him.
I don't
at the
think
very
Justin
least,
Jefferson's
it'll be
gonna have good games though. He's not
reeling off wins and playing dominant. No.
TJ Hawkinson's gonna have great games though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, the only
He
way he's
loves
going to have
tight
great
ends.
games is if. Go ahead.
No, Carson Wentz. That's the one thing I will give him. Like, if he find a tight end that he can get some chem with, he gonna cook him down. He gonna throw that thing 1,000 times in his way. So if you got TJ Hawkinson on your team, go ahead and start him up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if TJ Hawkinson's going to have a good game, Carson Wentz is going to have a good game. Like, and I'm not saying he's going to reel off wins and play great. I'm just saying, can he get a win against a Jake Browning-led Bengals? Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's where I'm at.
possible.
He's not going to play great. He's not that level of quarterback anymore.
He's not 2017 Carson Wentz, but
yeah, but at home
it could be fun, but we'll see. It could be
at
really
home
bad.
against the Bengals, at home against the Steelers. Well, it's overseas, but still, like, it's doable.
Yeah,
those are gettable wins.
JJ McCarthy, it's looking like he's probably going to be out like 2 to 3 weeks,
something like that. Yeah.
So the timing of like, are we going to get a Jalen versus Carson Wentz game? I think it's probably unlikely, but that would be fucking epic.
Here's hoping.
I've been waiting.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean the last time we played Carson Wentz, we put belt when he was on Washington. That was fun.
I hope for your own enjoyment, you guys get to play him.
I was upset because that year he was Washington's starter. I got tickets to that Monday night game where it was like it was going to be like the Ben Simmons game, and then he wasn't even fucking playing.
Oh man,
I was like, damn, that sucks. But yeah, we'll see. At the very least, it's going to be fun and fun. What if the Eagles drafted Justin Jefferson for Carson Wentz thing kind of play out, except on Minnesota.
Isn't Jalen Reagor still on the Vikings too?
No,
they still have a job.
Thinking of Jalen Naylor.
That's right. I was going to say, doesn't
Jalen
he still
got cut from the Chargers? I think.
Okay, yeah, he don't have a job no more. That's right. All right. So he a better receiver than me. He a better receiver than me, probably.
It all worked out.
Yeah.
I don't want to play Carson again. I'm sorry.
I doubt JJ will probably be back by then.
So I got my revenge already, bro. I sacked the man 9 times, bro. I'm cool.
Yeah, we did.
Cool.
But Jalen could. Well, no, yeah, Jalen was playing that game too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys?
We gotta get back.
Did you guys see the comment that Carson Wentz made about changing places in his interview?
Oh, with Nick Foles. Yeah, that was in the Super Bowl.
Oh, was it in the Super Bowl? Okay.
That was in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
The reporter asked him, if you could trade places with one quarterback for a day, who would you trade with? And he was like, I'd trade places with Nick Foles to go win that Super Bowl.
Oh, I actually crashed. Hey, look, I actually crashed out the day he said that. I was like, bro, you a grown man. Like, it's time to move on. You've had a career. You've been multiple places. You've done multiple different things. It's time to stop living off that you got hurt and missed the Super Bowl, bro. You have a whole ring and a trophy in your house. Like, shut up.
Yeah, I do get that. I get where he's coming from, and I also get where you're coming from.
Yeah, but you already crashed out and was a poor sport. So, like, why would you want to trade spots now? Like,
yeah.
I mean, does it hurt? Are you butthurt that every time you go to the link you see that statue of him and Doug?
That's probably what it is. I mean, we heard the stories about how Carson went, how what kind of teammate and leader he was
after the Super Bowl.
Really
he was a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, enough about the Eagles. Let's get into this real spiel. Carson Wentz and his bum tail.
Do you guys think the Lions are back?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That week one performance is too much to ignore.
I think the Bears will bear. That's what I think.
Yeah. I agree. I think I wouldn't say they're all the way back, but it helps when you play the Bears.
Yeah. I mean, Jared Goff is good for 2 or 3 of these a year. 300 yards, 5 touchdown games. He's good for a couple of those a year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's insane, man. I think they'll be fine. I think, I don't think week 1 is their floor. I don't think week 2 is their ceiling. They're obviously somewhere in the middle, and they'll be a viable team. It's just, I thought it was interesting that they couldn't have played worse in week 1, and now they couldn't have played better in week 2.
Why people hate on my boy Keon Coleman so much, man? I'm not a Bills fan, but I'm a Keon fan. I don't like how people hate on my boy.
I don't know how deep in the dirt sheets you are, because I do not see Keon Coleman hate on my timeline.
Oh yeah, he just caught a big play for third and 3, and now it's first and goal.
Yeah, Jackson Hall's touchdown incoming.
Yeah, we'll see.
They just called a timeout. Oh no, never mind. They didn't get the timeout in end of the second. Oh no, they got it in. No, with 1 second left on the clock. Bro, I mean, Sean McDermott is a character, bro. Like, now we gonna score on you, and we gonna punt. We gonna kick it off to you at the beginning of the half.
Mm-hmm. The Bills are
Oh,
great,
bro.
man. They're so good. They're gonna have the easiest walk to a number 1 seed of all time.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna be fair.
Oh man, why don't we get into these week 3 games?
Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's get after it.
Yeah,
man. All right, right away. All right. First game of the week happening 1 p.m. Fox. Probably the premier game of the week at 1 p.m. if I had to guess. I would hope at least. LA going into Philadelphia. Both teams are 2-0. Both teams coming off solid weeks. LA had a blowout week on the road last week, and Eagles won their Super Bowl rematch. Some stats from last week. Puka last week had 136 total yards with a 45-yard touchdown run with 9 total touches. Saquon had 88 rushing yards on 4 yards carry and a touchdown. Lots to talk about in this game. Obviously, we talked a lot about the tush push and what is there to expect from this week. I think this week could be a rocky one for you guys, just because we don't know where everyone's going to stand with the actual play. Because you guys are going to try to run it, and I don't think you're going to go away from it in one game if it becomes an issue. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But I guess the real story is these wide receivers against your bum ass secondary, huh?
Whoa.
A
What? It's
bum-ass
one player.
Adoree
It's one
Jackson.
player. Oh, wait.
One quarter, bro.
It's literally one player. Literally one player.
Just one.
Yeah, those two boys. Solid. So over under 175 yards, Adoree Jackson gives up.
Under.
Under? Okay.
Under.
Yeah, I'll say that. Under 175. He ain't gonna have the Michael Jacquet stat line, but I would say over.
If he does the Michael, hey, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. If he does that, I'm buying plane tickets, and I'm taking his contract, and I'm putting it in the shredder. I'm gonna be like, Howie, I freed you. You can let him go now. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
No, but I think if you look at the Rams and us going against each other, they haven't beat me since 2020, so I'm gonna go with history and say they just can't beat me, and we're gonna keep rolling. The Rams, but I think what's the spread?
3.5 Eagles favor.
Give me the Eagles minus 3.5. Give me Eagles minus 3.5. I think this week, I think we wake up a little bit on the offensive end. We get a little bit rolling. I think we come prepared a little bit better because we know their defensive line is a little bit more stout. And I think we have a little bit more of a quick game. And I don't think their secondary is hitting like that. They obviously lost Witherspoon. So guess who their starting cornerback is this week?
Emmanuel Forbes.
Emmanuel A.J. Brown Jr. Forbes.
AJ's son.
His son. His junior. He babies him. So, with that being said, I think our passing game is going to be a little bit improved this week. So, as I think the Rams will attack Adoree Jackson. He was aggressive last week. Let's see if he keep the aggressiveness up. But it's easy to be aggressive when you got Juju Smith-Schuster out there. So,
Yeah, I thought about this long and hard just because of how the first 2 weeks have been, and obviously how dangerous the matchup is there with Adoree Jackson versus one of Puka or Devontae Adams. And just, how lethargic the passing game has been. I'm going to go with the Eagles. I do think, things will probably look a little bit better. I just need to see it because I just I'm so torn. Like, I'm not jumping off the bridge yet, but if we get another lethargic game from the passing offense, I will jump off the bridge. I think the matchup with our receivers and the Rams secondary versus the Rams receivers and our secondary, I think I think we have a little bit more of potential to take advantage of some of those matchups. And obviously, Emmanuel Forbes is patient zero with AJ Brown. And Saquon Barkley has over 600 total yards in the last 2 matchups he's played against the Rams. Not saying he's going to make it 900, but they have to account for Saquon Barkley, which should open up the pass game. But I just want to see a little bit of a flow from this offense. Set up, use the run, set up the play action pass, and get some sort of a rhythm going. Um, and I think the defense will make enough plays to where like we can win the game.
Right.
Just hopefully, Adoree Jackson doesn't give up 200 yards, but we'll see. It's definitely going to be a big challenge for him in the barometer to see, all right, like where is he at in terms of his progression as CB2. But I do think the defense, like they've been playing a lot better, and I think they're going to continue to wreak havoc against the Rams. So I'm going Eagles.
Yeah, I'm on board. You guys tend to win close games, and that's exactly what I think this will be. I think that's actually a perfect spread, though. I think you guys probably win somewhere from like 4-7. I'm not super confident in it though, because the Rams are a good team, and Philly does have some questions, but LA does a little bit too. Their running game hasn't been very good. So
yeah, I mean, I will say, like, if there was like, of the first 4 games last year, we were lose. If we were going to drop one, I feel like it would be this one.
Right.
Like if we just come out absolutely lethargic and Adoree Jackson can't hold up,
yeah,
then I can see it. But I have faith in my boys. I have faith in the boys. So
for sure.
Let's ride it.
All right. Second game here, division rival match. Denver going into the Chargers. Week 3. This is Sunday, 4:00. Bo Nix in week 2, 206 yards, 3 touchdowns with 111 passer rating. Dion Henley, linebacker, 10 tackles, an interception, a sack, and 2 TFLs last week. He's been playing well to start the season. He's been pretty dominant. He had 15 tackles in week 1 as well. I just wanted to put somebody different up on the board instead of Justin Herbert because he can be on it every week. But the spread as of right now, the Chargers are favored by 2.5. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, what are you guys' thoughts? What do you think about this game?
I mean, it's a divisional matchup, so right. you're gonna have I don't know. It's tough because these are 2 good teams. The Chargers have started red hot. The Broncos, they're 1-1, haven't looked great, but they've kind of progressed. Looked a little bit better last week. The test is really going to be how Justin Herbert plays against this defense, because the Denver defense has been balling out.
Yep.
And you said the spread was 2.5?
2.5 Chargers.
Yeah. And the Chargers defense has also been balling out too. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's what makes it hard, because like as much as I want to take Denver, I do kind of like the Chargers at home.
Yeah. Pat kind of had his way in the passing game a little bit with the Chargers defense. The KC just couldn't run the ball at all. They just could not run the ball on them whatsoever.
Yeah.
But Justin Herbert, that was like a career performance for him to pull that game out. And then last week they won 20-9 against the Raiders, 3 turnovers from their defense.
Yeah. It's 2.5. I'm actually, I don't know. I'm going to take the Chargers. I feel like I'm kind of overthinking it. I can see it going both ways, and I low key want to take the Chargers at the Broncos points, but I think the Chargers have been playing good ball. I can see them winning by 3.
Okay.
At home too. But I wouldn't be shocked if Bo Nix pulls off an upset.
Yeah. What do you think, Smitty?
Chargers. They're running the game has been really well. They've been passing it really well. Their defense been standing up. Bo Nix. obviously had, a up and down start to the season so far. Week 1 kind of poorish. Week 2 looked better. But I think the Chargers are just playing better football right now, so I'm taking the Chargers -2.5.
Is Smitty applying the Kyle Josh Allen logic to Bo Nix? Is that what we're seeing? The up down up down?
Yep.
Let's go.
I'm going to take Denver here. I think if the whole Chargers will Charger thing still exists, I think this is a perfect moment for it to happen against a division rival at home. And until I know otherwise, I won't really bet against that. But I think Denver's going to play pretty well this week. The Chargers haven't faced a defense anywhere close to the Broncos. The Chiefs and the Raiders have both shown that they're not up to the level. Well, the Chiefs especially aren't up to the level they were last year defensively. But I like Denver to pull out a close one on the road. I think Bo Nix has played well the last 7 quarters. And they've been running the ball pretty well. I like J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey together. The Chargers have not been able to get the running game going, really. So we'll see if that makes it. They're not going to get the run game going against Denver. That's not the team to do it against. So it's going to be pretty much Justin Herbert and a dream, and he can pull games out like this. But I'm gonna bank on history here and say that they probably lose this game. They're still a great team, a playoff contender, but this seems like a spot where they could lose. So I'm gonna take that. Let's see. Moving on. Game number 3, 4:30 Sunday. Another division matchup. So neither of these teams are particularly great that we think of, but they're both 2-0 in their division. It's a tight division, so this game goes a long way. Cardinals going into San Francisco, both 2-0. In week 2, Kyler Murray had a pretty good game, 252 total yards with a touchdown and a pick. And Mac Jones in week 2, that Kyle Shanahan luck, I'll say. 279 passing yards, 3 touchdowns with a 113 rating. Let me get the spread here. The spread is currently San Francisco by 2.5. So they either think the Cardinals are better than what we think, or they're expecting Mac Jones to fall from grace.
Yeah, that's that's a tough one. Just because, he did look good, but it was against the Saints. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here. I just think they're an overall better football team than the 49ers. The Niners have been playing good, but I don't think they've. I mean, maybe I'm overvaluing. I don't think they've played a defense kind of like how Arizona's been playing. Josh Sweat's looked pretty good for them. He's been making plays. And I mean, like I said, as much as I hate Jonathan Gannon, it's fuck Jonathan Gannon, that they're building something in Arizona. It may not be a Super Bowl contender, but I'd like to think they're better than San Francisco. I think they can, get Mac Jones off his spots. Kyler Murray use his legs. Mm-hmm. They have a decent running game with James Conner, and they got some weapons. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take San Fran by 1 million here. Arizona has beaten the Saints and the Panthers, probably 2 of the worst teams in football, and it's only by a combined 11 points. They won them. That's great. They won their games. But San Fran is still a different animal, even with Mac Jones at the quarterback. I don't expect Mac Jones to honestly play much worse, because this is what happens when you put quarterbacks into the system. They spit out wins and they spit out good games. Christian McCaffrey's going to have a field day. If Josh Sweat's your best pass rusher, I mean, Josh Sweat's nice. But for him to be your premier pass rusher doesn't really tell me a whole lot about your defense. I think San Fran's going to win this game pretty comfortably, probably somewhere between 7 and 14 points. Not really a knock against Arizona. I just think Arizona's kind of smoke and mirrors with them. They did just beat the 2 worst teams in football. So that's kind of where my head's at. I'll take San Fran. I think Smitty.
Okay. Um,
Smitty's not here.
no Smitty. We'll get his pick when we get back. But
Okay, here he is. Perfect. All right, Smitty, what do you like in this game?
Okay, my phone overheated, but
Are you good?
shit, San Francisco with all their talent being out and disrupted. I guess the Cardinals. What's the spread?
2.5.
2.5.
2.5 favoring the Niners.
Niners, yeah.
Give me Cardinals plus 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Like like Mac Jones looked really good, but like they're just still talent deficient, and I think the Cardinals have a little bit more top end talent that can, make plays and change the game. Not to say that the system that Kyle Shanahan has is not good enough, but they're only as good. The players are only as good as their coaches, and the coaches are really only as good as their players. So,
right.
But we'll see. It is a divisional matchup, so.
Okay. All right. Not bad. Fourth game here, we have America's so-called game of the week. Dallas going into Chicago. Dallas being 1-1, Chicago being 0-2. Some stats from week 2. Dak in a crazy freaking game amongst two pumpkins. 38 of 52 completion percentage, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also did have a pick. But they won that game. Brandon Aubrey was NFC special teams player of the week. And for Roma Dunze in week 2, who's really coming on strong in this is his second year, right?
Yep.
7 catches, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Looked absolutely dominant. Looked like the best receiver on his team, and he has DJ Moore on his team. I'm very interested in this game. The reason why I put it on here is because I think there's a lot of questions with both these teams. We don't really know where they stand. I think the Bears have actually played better than 0-2. I think Caleb Williams is playing a little bit too much hero ball right now, and I think he should trust his offensive coordinator, who took Jared Goff to, different heights that we've seen him play in his career.
Offensive coordinator, who's his head coach.
Correct. Right. Like, I think he should really probably tone it back a little bit with the hero ball. I mean, I know that's his game, but at some point you got to trust the system and get off your first read and look at your second rather than take it off. And then Dallas, they played the Eagles tight in week 1, and then they had an absolute shootout with the Giants last week. It's an interesting game for sure. Let me get the spread. So Dallas is favored by 1.5 on the road.
Interesting.
Yep. Game is held in Chicago.
It's tough because, like, I don't know. I feel like the Bears haven't shown me enough to justify me picking the Bears to win.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, Dallas just isn't. I don't think Dallas is as good as like 2-1 indicates.
Okay.
I mean, the matchups are really, really interesting. I mean, I think what the Bears are without Jalen Johnson. I think.
Yep.
I think he's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big blow to their defense. I'm gonna go with Dallas. I think this is gonna be another like barn burner battle of ass. Dallas just seems to edge out in these battles.
Yeah.
I like I said, I mean, I've said this about half the games that we've had on here. I can see it going both ways, but I just, like you said, Caleb Williams has been playing too much hero ball, I feel like. And, he's just, he's not playing the game, how Ben Johnson wants him to be playing it. And I think that's a game that Dallas and Dak Prescott can win. So I'm going Dallas.
Okay. What do you think, Smitty?
I watched Dallas struggle last week against a team that struggles on offense a lot. I don't think the Bears have struggled a lot on offense. I think a lot of the struggles has been kind of Caleb Williams being a little bit array. But the Bears always bear. So until they win a game, I'm gonna pick Dallas, I guess. I think Dallas could lose this game, but I think the Bears just have to show me a little bit more, and Caleb got to be a little bit more consistent.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like they got talent and they got players, but like Caleb Williams is just so inconsistent.
Right.
Like not even like from game to game. It's like from quarter to quarter he's inconsistent.
Right.
Like against the Vikings, he looked like God in the first half. And then the second half he pulled a Will Levis. It was like that Will Levis game where we got the iconic meme.
Seeing ghosts.
Yeah. It's tough, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Kyle?
This one is pretty tough. I wanted to take Chicago, but honestly, like I'll take the maturity and having the trust in a quarterback like Dak to play well against this team that just can't really seem to put it all together. I mean, we've seen Dallas play well in big games. And I think this is a game where Dak really shows his talent here and shows what level of quarterback he is against a guy that can't really seem to figure it out early on in his career. And the Bears defense really hasn't shown me anything, and losing Jalen Johnson as well is tough. So I like Dallas here. But you're right, it could go either way. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we're sitting here and both these teams are 1-2. But
yeah, I'm not either. But
I think Chicago's got more talent than Dallas, for sure.
That's the thing. Like Chicago on paper is a fun team, but for whatever reason, they can just never ever put it together on the field. Whether it's like quarterback, coordinator, coach, injuries, like whatever, like they just can't ever put it together.
Right.
It's like I feel like we've been saying for the last. I feel like we've been saying for like the last 3 years, like even back to when they had Justin Fields. It was like, well, they just got DJ Moore, like. They could be a team, and it never happened. And then they drafted Caleb Williams and Roman Doomsday. It's like, well, they got Rome, DJ, Keenan Allen. They got Swift. Like, this is going to be a fun team with Caleb Williams, man. And it just never happened. And here we are. Like, I don't know what it is, but they just can't put it together. Yeah.
This is a very big make or break game for Chicago because this is a pretty good moral victory if you beat Dallas here. And I think it's going to take time. A new coordinator, being a first-time head coach with a young quarterback like Caleb, I think there's definitely potential there more than there has been in year past for sure. I was not a Matt Eberflus guy whatsoever. I'm not really. I don't know. My ball knowledge on Matt Eberflus isn't very big, but clearly he was not the offensive juggernaut that he needs to be.
Well, he's more of a defensive guy.
Right, and I think that's what I'm saying. Like I think the combination of Ben Johnson and Caleb could work as long as they can get some chemistry together. The thing that worries me though is that every single time Ben Johnson talks about the performance on offense, it's like it's fundamentals being wrong and all that kind of stuff. And every time Tyson Bagent's brought up in conversation, he's talking about how he's got like some of the best fundamentals, and he sometimes we have to stop him from writing stuff down in the quarterback room. I saw this interview the other day. I was like, yeah, he just meshes better with his backup quarterback, and that's never a good thing.
Yeah, and that too, like Caleb Williams, like his play style is not Ben Johnson. Like he is not an under center quarterback.
No,
and Ben Johnson has him playing a lot more under center.
Yeah,
and it's been a tough transition for Caleb Williams. So
yeah, I think in due time, if they figure each other out, they could be okay. They'll have a better second half than I think they will first half. But this is a big telling game to see where the season can go, because they could win 4 games again if they lose this next game, but they could win 8 if they win this one. Who knows?
Barely any 0-3 teams make the playoffs.
Yeah. Teams like this are very streaky with their morale. So morale can go a long way for a team like this. So it really depends on what happens.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Last game here, the big game of the week. This is Monday Night Football. Detroit going into Baltimore. Both teams are 1-1. Last week, Jared Goff, performance of the week, 334 yards, 5 touchdowns on over 80% completion percentage. Lamar Jackson, week 2, 225 yards, 4 touchdowns, 128 passer rating. That is in a game where Derrick Henry did not run the ball well at all. Both these teams coming off of a hot week. The spread as of right now is 5.5 Baltimore.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a wide spread a little bit here. I think they're Vegas has not given up. I mean, has not let go of week 1 for Detroit. That was a really piss poor performance.
It
But-
was. My
we'll
question is Jair Alexander playing?
I don't think it matters. I don't think he's really done anything for them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Let me look.
Yeah, take a look. So I'm leaning towards Baltimore.
Uh-huh.
To be quite
Well,
honest.
if he asking about Jair Alexander, that doesn't make a difference for me. Give me Baltimore. I told you I don't think the Detroit bounced back, and I definitely don't think they bounce back against a defense that's playing this. I mean, obviously it's up and down, but they played really well last week, and I think they're gonna build off that. Give me the Ravens.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think when you look at the line of scrimmage for these two teams, I think Baltimore has the advantage when it comes to their defensive line versus the Lions' offensive line.
Yeah.
We saw what a competent front 7 could do to that Detroit offense in
Yep.
week 1. And I think, Vegas kind of sees that here because Baltimore also has a D-line and linebacker group. So the front 7 is pretty solid. Obviously, we know about their secondary. So I don't know. I think it's going to be one of those games again where like Jared Goff and the Lions offense just can't get out of their own way.
Right.
Whether it's, poor execution or, just the pressure that Baltimore brings. And their defense is, kind of suspect too. And I think Lamar Jackson can take advantage of that. This is funny. This is like a couple years ago potential Super Bowl matchup. And here we are.
Right.
This is like a big make or break game for these guys. But I'm going Baltimore.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if Detroit's offensive line was a little bit better than what it has been to start the year, it might be a little bit more of a difficult conversation. But I still think they're trying to figure that out, and that's how you win games is you do it in the trenches. I like Baltimore here. Derrick Henry's not going to have another sub 30-yard game against this team. He's going to run the ball like crazy, and if that's what's going to happen, Detroit's going to have to score quickly and have short, fast time of possession. They're going to have to win this game with 10-minute differential of time of possession. And that's tough to do. I think it'll be close. I think, it could be a 7-point game. I mean, covering the spread is definitely possible for Detroit. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they brought it within 3 or 4, but
I don't. I think this might be double digits.
It could be, but I'm saying like it's not like they don't have the talent to keep up with an offense like Baltimore.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But
again, I think that one matchup is just going to be too much for them to overcome.
I agree. That's why I'm taking Baltimore. I think we're all on the same page there.
Yeah.
But should be a fun Monday Night Football. I've been very happy with the primetime games of late, excluding tonight. I mean, the Dolphins are no fun, but
yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it'll definitely be a good game. So
yeah,
we'll see. Look at some of the comments here. Anton holding it down. Appreciate you. Could be way off base, but I think Dallas is a team to watch for as far as being a team that's going to play spoiler in some games. Yeah, I mean with Dak Prescott at quarterback, I think it could happen. I feel like they're just kind of in like no man's land.
They are, yeah.
Like they just got to like commit to blowing it up just to kind of, facilitate the rebuild. I think Micah Parsons being gone is the first step to that. As much as it sucks that he's not there, I think given the situation, they did pretty good on the return. And, Jerry Jones, long live Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
He also said the Bears stink regarding the Monday night matchup. 2 super teams, guys.
Yeah. I still consider Detroit a super team. They got some stuff to figure out, but their offense is wicked. So,
yeah, they just got to figure out that offensive line and the defense too. They got to figure the defense out, particularly the secondary.
Yeah, they're a rich man's Dallas right now.
Yeah,
I will say Dallas has been surprising with how well I thought they were going to be bad. They're not bad. They have to win, like, scoring 28 a night, but they're not a bad team. They got
They're
some
not
guys.
bad, but they're not good. They're just mid.
Yeah, they're fine. They're a lot better than I thought they were going to be, though. I didn't have them winning. I only had them winning like 6 games. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys got anything else?
No, I mean, I said my piece about the Eagles. Anton, have a good night. I said my piece. I think, I've made it very clear. I'm not trying to wait. I know everybody's like, well, we'll wait and see if the issues get fixed. I'm not trying to.
Get your shit together, Kevin, before I pull up on you.
Yeah, the whole program's gonna pull up on you, KP. Get your shit together. I'm trying to repeat.
I might not pull up. I might. While you guys are fighting the OC, I'll sit in the box with Howie Roseman and pick his brain for you.
You'll drive us there, drop us off, and just the parking lot.
Yeah, I'll be in the cafeteria.
Be the chaperone.
I'm trying to be the 2026 Super Bowl champ. I don't know what this man keeps saying about repeating, man. We ain't repeating nothing. We ain't defending nothing. We ain't repeating nothing. We just gotta get there first.
Yeah, I'm trying to be 3
Let me
times.
get the NFC East championship. Shit, I'll take that. I'll take the NFC East championship right now. Just let me get that. Let's break one curse at a time.
Yeah, one thing at a time.
Yeah, but
all right. Well, with that, this has been the Day One podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, whether you're on a boat, bus, or plane. You can get the Day One podcast content anywhere in the world. So go down to your local Sprint Mobile, get the 4 for $100 plan. It's only $25 a line, okay? You can afford $25 a month, even on a minimum wage. So make sure you go out there and get yourself a brand new cell phone so you can watch.
You might have to skip a meal, but
yeah, you might have to skip a meal. Because that's just for the service now. That's not for the phone. But anyways, regardless, thank you guys so much for tuning in over the last couple weeks. We, like you said, we're over 500 and we're well on our way to 600 subscribers. And we did just cross 1 million total channel views. That is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Anthony, for making all these shorts that are bringing in a bunch of viewership and a lot of eyeballs to the podcast. We appreciate it. And yeah, I'm Kyle. That's Smitty. That's Anthony. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.